Okay, I'm going to do a little change on the Durango here today. I've been running this in the van, and I went from using 1.5 quarts per oil change every 5,000 miles to using none, at most a cup, depending on how hard I drive it and all that. So I'm going to try that in the Durango. I'm using a quart roughly every 750 miles currently. I've got an endoscope. The engine's been draining for a couple of hours, cooling, so I can put the endoscope up in there. I did that. I will attach the video to this. It's not very good. You really can't see much, but it's just pretty cool. At 5,000 miles, when I change oil again, I'm going to do the same thing. The only thing I could really see was the bottom of the rods. I couldn't see any pistons or anything. I'm not that good with the endoscope yet. So, yeah. And running regular old Fram here. Now I can't top this filter completely off because the way I gotta get it in there. But if you can, always pre-fill your filter. And make a mess out of it. Now this does smell a little different than normal Valvoline, and that's just the additive pack. I'll let that soak into the media there while I finish up getting the old one out and it's ready to go. Okay, I'm going to use this. Got it off Temu for $33 roughly a while back, and I haven't used it yet. But we're doing an oil change comparison on the Durango here. So I'm going to play with this. And this is what came in the box. So it's an old school one. So I can't connect it to the phone. I'm going to have to video the screen if I can. In the box, charging cable, some little ends, instructions. And I'll post a link to it down below. Okay, so that's part of the crank, one of the rods. Can't really see too much up in there. I mean, for the most part, she looks pretty clean. Sorry, guys. Okay, you can see a little bit right there. And just regular. That's just regular old oil staining. I was trying to get that in there, but didn't for some reason. That's one of the mains, not one of the counterweights. My mistake. Right there, yeah. There's the bottom of one of the rods. Can't really see a whole heck of a lot from this angle. But what I'll do is, it's pretty nice little endoscope here. I'll, next weekend, I'll pull spark plugs and look at the top pistons. Alrighty. New oil filter installed. Go ahead and get this put in. Now, as dark as that looks coming out of the jug, in the van, on the dipstick, it is still clear. So clear I can't even see it when I check it after fire up. So I do not expect it to be the same with this vehicle. Alrighty. So got her up on my wooden ramps I made. If you want to see that video, it's on my channel. Alrighty. Okay, here. See if I can clean this camera lens off real quick. Alright. There's my mileage. With the old pressure gauges. Get both of them in here. Nope. .58 psi. That's what that one's showing. And of course, you know, wander around, make sure you ain't got no leaks. Nothing under there. Nothing squirting out there. Go ahead and roll this off my ramps. I'll replace the sticker here in a second. But one of the things I'm going to do is reset this, which will in turn reset that. Obviously, because it's not running when I reset it, that's what it says. And we'll revisit this at the end of the 5,000 miles, and periodically throughout I'll make little shorts and see what my economy's been doing. But I am the type of guy, I also check my mileage myself. 18.3, 18.4. So I don't expect there to be a mileage difference as far as the gas mileage, but as long as my oil consumption goes down, I'll consider it a success. So I'm going to have to put another quart of oil in it. Unfortunately, Walmart did not have that quart of oil in 5W30, but I had a quart of 5W20 I'm going to put in it instead. Sorry. It's kind of weird how this truck calls for 5 quarts with that oil filter, mind you. Sometimes it takes 5.5, sometimes it takes 6. So anyways, like I said, they didn't have 5W30. I'd bought this because that's technically what that calls for. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it in there. It will not make a difference as far as protection of the engine because there's enough 530 in there. Got a storm moving in, so I'm trying to hurry and get this done, which is why I'm talking a little faster than normal. Now, I'll take both of those, set them on a funnel, and drain them into this container. You can see a little bit of liquid in there already. That's Marvel Mystery Oil and motor oil. Check this oil again. Alrighty. There we go. I'm at the E on the safe. They could probably use a little bit more, but I'm not going to worry about it. And get inside the truck here in a second. Got my new oil change sticker on there. Now I try to do oil changes every 5,000 miles, but this time both vehicles were due at the exact same time. So the van got taken care of first. Get my book open here. Now I'm going to write in this book. Just had to put new battery in it. Every time I got to put oil in it. Now I'll keep tracking the other book at the gas mileage. 325,549. That's something I'm going to get better at, is writing down the dates of my oil changes. But I'll write down the mileage like I did. I thought I did it in this one. I guess I didn't. Anyways, I will write down the mileage every time I change oil. And here's the last time I did the mileage. And I was using the Valvoline. It took 6 quarts that time as well. So we'll when we get to the 330,000 mile oil change, we will cut the oil filter open and inspect it. And I'm going to video cutting this one open. And we'll compare the two filters. I do not expect to see a lot of difference, but that's my process. So I thought I'd better go ahead and let you read this Valvoline bottle. Now, what turned me on to this Restore and Protect was Lake Speed Jr. over at the Oil Geek. And he said that they developed this additive package for diesels and then converted it for gasoline engines. I will link his video down in the description. And it's going to be 2 to 3 months before I do my next oil change. I'll give periodic updates. At least every 1,000 miles. I'll probably do one. Do a real quick, show you what the gas mileage is on my first trip to work and back, which will be somewhere between 100 and 120 miles is when I'll do the update. Because it's a 122 mile round trip for me. By the time I get to doing the second video, maybe I'll be better with the endoscope. But like I said, so oil change for either that or this, since that takes 5.5 quarts per oil change. This takes 6. With the oil filter, with that Fram, mind you, pH 8A on that, pH 16 on this, it costs $50. Now I was buying for the van Valvoline just the regular synthetic extended performance. It's $2 per 5 quart jug and $2 per quart jug cheaper, so it made it $46 as of today. Now, well, that's $4 saved right up front. You got to put 1.5 quarts of oil in that inside of 5,000 miles. That's another $8 per quart. So the first quart, you're already negative $4. You've already saved $4 by doing this on the front end. And it took an oil change before that settled back down. She's got 275,000 miles on it. I'm really impressed that she was only using 1.5 quarts. Anyways, but I would rather spend a little bit of money in the front end than spend more money on the back end. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all or not. But yeah, it's... Motor Oil Geek, he actually went to Valvoline. Like I said, I'll link the video below. And when they were developing this, they ran a Chrysler 3.6 liter. I don't know how many thousand miles, the equivalent of how many thousand miles, so many hours is how they do it. Took it apart, looked at it, put it back together without cleaning anything, and then ran this for the equivalent of 5,000 miles, I think, tore it apart. And they show all of it. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.